Now the game should be open. Hello, and welcome to Wednesday Wonders episode 2, where we'll be playing Grow Home, a game made by Reflection Studios, which is a part of Ubisoft. So, this game has a fun story. It was made as an internal Ubisoft game, as I think it was made as a test for procedural animation, which is what a lot of the graphics of this game is made from. And they released it inside the company, and everyone loved it, so they turned it into a real game. So let's play. We will override existing save game. So I'll just let this intro talk itself. Isn't this rad? So, here we are. Heyo, we can jump now. So, those crystals give us energy and a jetpack and stuff like that. So, the movement in this game is based on entirely your hands and the WSD, and you have a jump. So, when you hold down left mouse button, you grab with your left arm, and then you move around. Right button grabs with your right arm, and so forth. So you are just climbing. Oh no. Come on, yeah. And as you can see, the climbing movement is actually incredibly tight. The walking is not. So, over here, we got our first message from Mom. Mom is the, she's the AI that controls the spaceship that just threw us out from up there. And she leads this expedition. So, let's grab a flower. It's ours now. Woo! So, this is another of the mechanics in the game. You can use different kinds of flowers for support. Oh no. Also, the uses of sound to find these crystals is incredible. It's oh, you hear this glittering thing. Okay. There's something nearby. I'm not going to go too hard into it. Also, look at these beautiful animals. There's so much personality in this game, which is honestly the primary reason we're playing it today. I remember seeing an article about this game called How Grow Home Uses Math to Create Personality. And it's basically how all of this works, how this body is put together. To travel by Wi-Fi. So, we have our fast travel system. Let's not use that because we can only go back. It's real handy when you fall down though. So, our goal is growing this plant. And we do that by getting up on this, like, bots that it has and growing them. So yeah, as you can see over there, and growing them into these floating islands to give it energy so that it will grow bigger. That is just about the entirety of this game. There's also some collectibles and stuff like that around, but that's not the most important. Oh no, oh no. Okay. Oh, shit. If you haven't noticed, I'm very concentrated on this. Okay, yeah. So, we've grabbed it. Okay, we have to go up to the end and then... and then we get these cutscenes where it grows. So, the thing I want to talk about with this game in particular is its use of scale. And another game I want to talk about that uses scale incredibly well is... I hate saying this, but Dark Souls. Okay, there's... So, as we can hear, there's this glittery sound, so there must be, like, some sort of pickup somewhere. So let's drift around. Okay, over there. Oh, fuck! So, the way this game uses scale is... when the case of most other games uses scale to show you how... not like... to show you like what's ahead, right? Like a great example of this is I'm thinking Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It has this really great cutscene where you see Ganon as an enormous dragon circling this castle, and it just gives you this immense feeling of danger and how in the world am I supposed to overcome this? This game does that as well, right? Like, you look up and you're like, what in the world am I supposed to do here, right? How can this little guy get up there? But because it's presented so joyfully, it's, at least to me, it feels very different and incredibly jovial and oh, look at where we're going next, instead of oh shit, we're going there next. But honestly, the most interesting way this game uses scale is to show your progress. Because my favorite scenes are when you start like growing up and you have moved incredibly far, and like looking at this grow, looking at your achievements. That's where this game really shines with its use of scale. Okay, so there is a crystal here. Oh, yes. Okay, and that's it. This game is really good at showing you how far you've come, right? Like just looking down here and seeing, wow, I have gotten so far already. That is particularly exemplified in my like what's actually my favorite part of this game, which is emergent gameplay that I made up whilst playing this myself. Which, when you get to the top, jump down. It is the most fun thing in this game. And I will do that at the end of the stream as the final thing we do, whether we finish the game or not. Because there is something really satisfying about seeing this plant grow and realize, oh, I did this. I made this thing. And most other games don't really give you that feeling of, like that satisfactory feeling of, I did sometimes they manage to get it. I did a cool thing. Right, but it's rarely like I built this. I caused this to happen. That's especially true because like this is never the same. Like the root of the tree is the same and follows the same path every time. And I think most of the sprouts are predetermined. But the movement of the seeds are highly randomized. It is incredibly hard to control them, especially want to do accurate things. It's not controlled, it's more like a guide. And therefore every tree ends up looking different, right? You often end up making a mistake, like missing an island at some point, and then you have to find out how do I best get up there again. Favorite feature of this game. So we just got increased camera controls. This is so great. I love this so much. And also, like, what sprout do you take to which island, right? Because we have to go out there. Now, right, and what sprout do we want to take? I think I'm going for that one over there. So here. Yep. Also, I'm not sure how I made that grab, but I somehow did. And we're going over. So as you can see, it slowly drifts a bit, and when you move it, it very defiantly moves against you. And now we have reached the second island. Oh well, the first. Nah. I refer to it as the second island. As the thing we're on at the bottom is also an island, so... Okay. Let's not fall down. Also, the walking is really loose, but that is part of the challenge of this game. It's so personalized. Bud is this clumsy character who has no real idea what he's doing, and it's incredibly charming. Let's go. So also, as you can see, I am over open water, and if we fall down there, we straight up die. So, are we having our first death? I certainly think so. Yeah, and let's see if we can... We didn't have our first death. Oh yeah. Certified genius. I'm hearing crystal over here. Oh yeah, this one. I purposefully didn't go for all the crystals I know were in here. But when I stumble upon some, I'm gonna go for them because that's part of the game. Oh, yeah, that's. I think there's one more in there, but I'm not looking for it now. Whee! And we're going back up again. So now we are. And now we need to reach that island up there. Let's... You know what? Let's actually... Oh boy. So... I thought I had a little more use left in that thing. I didn't. So we're back here and gonna take a teleporter back off. So, as well as the teleporter, these they function as scanners for this data bank. So this is all the plants and animals that exist in this world. And when you bring them in, you get some more text on them, and you get like a picture. And they are one of the primary collectibles in this game. The save data we just deleted had, I think, yeah, I had completed it entirely. I was just missing a couple of. Yeah, I think I had completed everything except for getting all the crystals, because I'm not doing that. Especially because there isn't a list that tells you which one you miss. So it's very... And as you can see, there's a ton. Like, there's 100 separated all over this like, map. But... they are often very hard to notice and very hard to get to places. So let's go. Let's get to the top of this island. I think there's an entrance over here. So, if I remember correctly, every island has a cavern next. Yeah, every island has a cavern, even the bottom one, where there's usually an animal hidden and some kind of new plant hidden. That's not necessary for like completing the game, but they are collectibles. Additionally, there's usually a lot of crystals in there. So, this is where the sense of scale comes in, right? We're just a little boy climbing a floating mountain, having no real idea what we're doing. Like climbing a floating island. And like the only thing I wish is that the lighting was a bit better. But outside of that, this is just gorgeous. Like the small butterflies flying around. Like this is so calm and serene. I feel like this game really uses scale in a very natural way. Other games have this like sense of danger and stuff, but this like actually reminds me of like going skiing and standing on top of a mountain, and there's just quiet and like relaxing and pretty. It's quite nice. You can't start a fucking cutscene while I'm hanging on a cliff, you son of a bitch. Like, luckily, the game is pretty forgiving with the cutscenes. Both hands should be, yeah. But yeah, especially when you're flying through the air and you enter one of these areas for the first time, it feels a bit rough. Yeah. Welcome to this place. where there's mushrooms that are bouncy, and all kinds of fun stuff. So, now our first agenda is turn on the teleporter, so we can get back up here if we fall down. And again, like, there was just a sound like a monster was somewhere, but like it almost sounded like a cow. Like, yeah, that snoring. There isn't actually any danger in this game, but like, like, in my head, it's just the wind that's like waving the tree around and moving the islands and stuff. It feels so right. And I think they were bouncy, yes. Oh. So, to get up to the next place, we need to penetrate 6 islands with all large phallic planes. So, let's shoot for the stars. Yes, yes, come on. You can reach this. You got this, my friend. You got this. Yeah. Like, it's these visuals that just make this game feel right. And the reason I'm always checking these islands is there's usually a crystal on them. Like, it's often a pretty safe bet. Okay. That island's pretty far away. So, this is our next goal. Let's go with this guy. Oh no, oh no. Okay, yeah. And I think I'm just gonna like look around, find an island and move towards it. I just might be useful to go for the teleporter, but I know that the big like route goes near it. So let's go left. Let's break off and try to hit that island over there. We'll probably need another sprout, but that's fine. So again, it's these kinds of decisions that form your tree. Right. Okay, so we stop here. And wonderful, there's a sprout right there. So now, do you want to take that one that goes to the side or the one that goes up? Let's go with the one to the side. Okay, yes, yes. So, yeah. The movement is incredibly clumsy, which, if you cannot deal with that, don't play this game. You are going to fall down because of it, you are going to lose progress because of it, and you have got to be okay with that. And anyway. So the reason I went down was so that I could maybe get back up when I go down to that little island. Again, our boy is growing. So delightful. So there was a crystal up here. Oh. So, from those small falls, you don't take any damage. you do take fall damage when you fall far. There's a physics engine integrated, so you only take fall damage if you fall with a fast enough velocity. Ah, well. So you can accelerate and then slow down. Which is what I'm doing now. Let's get some forward momentum. And jump. And then hope we can hit that spot of, like, shallow water. So when that warning text comes up, that means you're dying. Good. Well, almost. So, we died. That happens. So, I mentioned the islands having caverns. Where, yeah, I think it's over here. So, this is the cavern on the second island. It features these plants and a black dodo, in contrast to the other colors of dodo. And if I remember correctly, if you have a fall flower, yeah, you don't have to have a fall flower. They will still push you up, but with a fall flower, it's more consistent. I'm not sure. And there's crystals in the ceiling. It's nice. Okay. So, instead of just climbing up, let's go down to this teleporter. Okay. So, sometimes if you're lucky, you can just grab on instead of taking it head first, which I did, and that may or may not have been the most intelligent thing ever, but if you were here for my intelligence, you made a bad decision. So, okay, we're back to here. Let's grow on a sprout. Go on a sprout and just, where's the nearest island? And go there. No reason not to, right? So, there's a lot of disadvantages to growing straight up, especially because it's a lot harder to climb. So you might have wanted to take a sprout higher up, so you could easily, more easily, transport yourself when you're up here. Which are like some of the decisions that aren't really apparent. Oh boy. I should have picked up a new fall flower. So, here we go. Nope, nope, okay, okay. I got it there. So, the physics engine isn't perfect. But it's more than good enough. So, we teleported. And let's get a fall flower. Whee! And let's get back up again. Oh. I think I want to start with, like, at least a bouncy thing. So use that as the platform. So, you actually ascend really quickly. But it does require some finesse and luck. Okay, yeah. Let's search for the top so it's easier to get up there. Oh, Now, that's also a benefit to growing straight up, right? That you can very easily get back on your stalk. But yeah, so many things goes into playing this game, and it's like this game is incredibly simplistic, right? Like, no doubt about that. Let's move out. Again, we're hanging on a cliff looking for crystals. Okay, no. So, where do we go next? There's a sprout down there, there's an island down there. Let's do that! Whee! Next thing we can do is go over and open the teleporter. That seems like a wise decision. Also, if you noticed, there was a day-night cycle, and it didn't really affect anything. A lot of this is just aesthetics for no reason other than it just feels right. Like, of course there's a day-night cycle. No. Why wouldn't that be? But it does really nothing for the game, right? And that's okay. Hey, I have a jetpack! Oh, let's see if we can manage to reach this thing over here. Like, at least the island. Oh, shite. Okay. I didn't, but yeah. Well, on the bright side, we now have a jetpack. And a new fall flower. So, let's go up and activate the new teleporter. So, now with the jetpack we have a lot more aerial control. And I'm not exaggerating. It's a lot more. Like, currently it's very weak and not incredibly powerful, and you can't use it too much. But we couldn't make that jump before. Also, that wasn't a jump I knew I could make. Like, if you decided to speedrun this game, fucking hats off to you. But I just kind of tried. Because nothing... Like, if you look at a thing and think, yeah, I can probably go there, then you most likely can. Which is quite weird to me. Like, that's one of the strengths of these games, that just gives you an environment and you're free to do with it as you see fit, right? In contrast to games with like poor level design. And so the greatest example of this is Batman Arkham. In one of the Batman Arkham games, I very clearly remember not being able to get a like treasure thing because it was behind bars that Batman could totally go through. Like it wasn't even close to sight, and even then it was within arm's reach. So it was like, first of all, okay, yeah, I can do that challenge thing to get in there, but I can fucking reach it. Like, and that's just silly. Where this game is just fucking, here you go. which is a strength of these sandbox type games. But often these sandbox type games are very boring narratively. And I'm not gonna go and say this game has an interesting narrative, because it doesn't. But it has characters, and characters with personality. Like, the only other sandbox type game I've seen do that incredibly well was... Oh, what was it called? Like, the name that pops up in my head is Psychonauts, but that's not it. Scribblenaut, I think, where you were like presented a scenario and then you just could write in this notebook that just gave you whatever, and it was pretty freeform. So you could like a raging rainbow dinosaur, and then you would get a raging rainbow dinosaur, right? And I think that like actually had a narrative that kind of tied it together. I'm not sure. I haven't seen a lot of it. But where this game just there's characters, which really adds a lot to the sandbox experience. Because I don't think I would have liked this game nearly as much if like Bud and Mom weren't so likable, right? If like every time Mom said anything, I didn't like snicker to myself, because she's hilarious. Let's do this jump this time. Genius. Okay. So we're going over there. Yup. And go! So yeah, even though this game has very simple goals, it still manages to tell the story of these two very unlikely characters that shouldn't work together but still do and are trying to save the Earth. Right? And it's incredibly silly, and I think it works for them. What? No crystal in this island? The world is a disgrace. Okay, so where's the last floating thing? Over there! Heyo! Like, see, Mom just popping in to say, I always get nervous when the petals drop off those things. Like, it's not revolutionary characterization, but it's more than I expected out of this. I apologize for low-key just talking Danish once in a while when I'm nervous. Just like, yeah. Just... Because you get into these high-risk situations, right? Well, I think I would have died if I hadn't pressed F there, but I'm not sure. This game is really good at mixing these genres of incredibly open sandbox and incredibly relaxing, like chill games, and having these really tense moments of just like fear and satisfaction, right? You're crooked. Okay, so where's the next shoot? Oh, okay, good. I was just checking if there weren't something underneath that would be easier to get to, but I think compared to that one, nothing's really hard. Nothing's really easy. So, what I'm doing here is purposefully trying to just slam down on top because I can. Okay, yeah. Okay, so. Now, what's the best way to get back? Because that probably wasn't particularly smart. Okay, if we get up here and we get like a good jump off, I think we can pretty easily go back. Okay, so we need to move this way. Let's take it leaf to leaf. Which is also a bit high risk, not incredibly high reward. Yeah, we can get up there. This is again the scale, right? Okay, this is our next goal. And it's just so big and so far away. But it's not actually scary, right? Like, even at nighttime, look at just how bright this game is. Like, that little shadow, like just climbing. Look at that, just pretty and chill this is. So, another way you can get up. You don't have to like aim for energy with these, right? If you're an idiot, you can just go straight down. Oh, crystal. I was actually intending just to take this and just go straight up. I just forgot the inverted controls went on. I was like, why am I going straight down? Please help. And I realized because I'm an idiot. So here we are, just casually jumping up an enormous tree. An important part of this game is how actually easy it is to do all this movement. Because if this was incredibly hard and tough and challenging, God, it would be tedious if I fell down right now, right? I would still be bummed about it. But because it can be done so, like, easily if you have an idea of what you're doing and where you're going, you can just, like, fucking jump, right? Sometimes these cutscenes come at an awkward time where you're hanging in the air. Like there. Look at little us. So, I really do appreciate it just freezing in time and we just So, let's get over to the teleporter and then we can check this place out. Hey, like the teleporter say, but like this game is just so damn cute and delightful. Like these comments, when you're using tele routers, make sure there are no flies on you. It gets complicated. Just all of these small details just make all of these characters just these two characters just so entertaining. Okay. Let's get over here and start climbing. Also, notice how much bigger this island is than the second one, right? Already there we have some sort of scale indicating that, whoa, you've gotten far. I think this is actually like vertically the midpoint of the game, almost. And like, yeah, okay, how many sprouts are there in the snow region and in space? I'm not sure. But yeah, we're starting to see asteroids up there, and we can see our spaceship. We can see home now. Like, we can see our goal. And that's so weird to me. Let's just get in here. I actually think this might be the snow region. Yeah. Like just look at this. Like, isn't that crazy that, oh, we did all of this. Like, all of that is our work, right? Like, if it wasn't for us, it would never have grown this big. It was just have, like, stood still and done nothing. And now we come here as a beautiful gardener robot and makes it get fully grown so we can take its seed and save our own life. And again, this is one of the games that I like truly see as beautiful, even though the graphics are incredibly low poly, right? Like, if you can see the like triangles on everything, right? But that's okay because it's consistent. And it doesn't try to apologize for what it is, right? It is so upfront with, oh hi, everything looks a bit shit, but because it looks so basic, we get to have all of this like procedural animation and letting everything have so much personality. My favorite example is like the sheep. The sheep run so silly and like you can see their legs moving and their faces, like they're clearly afraid of you, and And when you have to scan them and you try to pick one up, it just continually attempts to not get picked up by you. It's such a delight. Yeah, I've noticed this. When I talk more, I start falling off. So, and again, none of like these sequences are incredibly challenging, but again, they require concentration. Yes, my favorite thing in this, like my favorite planet in this game. There are only these two, and they are both built in and just a thing you have in the second game, which honestly is good. Because it is incredibly tedious being stuck without them. Like, you often in this game feel like you're fucked. And that's why I think next week I'm going to look at what did the second game do to improve upon this, right? And I honestly think the second game is the better game. I enjoyed this first game so much more. Also, this doesn't have a limit, except if you hit something and it breaks. So you can't use it nearly as good for just breaking falls, but you can control your aerial movements so much more. But yeah, I think critics really disliked about this game is that it was too short. Which I understand. I have completed it. Like, I think this is my 4th time playing through it, and I had 11 hours of gameplay, and that is too just like going entirely through it, and then like 100%ing everything but the crystals, right? So that's a relatively short game, right? Like in this day and age, but oh damn it, pressed the wrong button. But yeah, I think one of this game's big strengths is that it didn't overstay its welcome. Like, it was just a demo they did, and then like, okay, this has the potential to be a great game. And I think they got it with this one. Yeah. Like, honestly, the only thing that I would really want is having more to build. And then, most importantly, I would really like to play this with my friends. Outside of that, there isn't much that I feel like this game misses. Did he just go shillelagh? That's kind of funny. So again, we've gotten access to this new tool, and it makes transportation a lot easier, right? Oh, I fell down. I am back up again incredibly quick. Let's go over here. This game uses its strengths, like all of these weird plants, incredibly well. Which is actually where I think the second game does a lot right, because then you get the ability to place your own plants. And when you discover a new plant, you can analyze it, and then you get to make them. So, if you're like, oh, I would like a bouncy thing, then you can get that, right? Or if you would like one of these guys to send you the fuck flying. How in the world do they get this work? So you gotta down here and up. Holy sh... Huh. Well. So. I get why they maybe wouldn't have allowed you to put these down in this game. Because they're definitely a bit neutered in the second. Let's go over here and grab one of these sprouts and try to connect with the teleport island and the energy island beside it. Great. So, up here. Come on, my boy. You know, part of me is like, yeah, let's just straight up go over here and get the teleport open. And I think that's what we're doing. Which, like, again, is that the correct way to do this? I don't know. I think last time I, like, grew a sprout over there, but I was like, I was so close to this bottom island, and I know that you can climb this because I have done it with one available arm. Because, I'm pretty sure it's that white crystal. I think it's the black crystal. I'm not sure. There's something special down here. You need to complete all of the data scans, and you have to pick it up. And by God, I tried many times just grab it with one arm and skydive with it. Sadly, I couldn't get that to work, so I did this climb with one arm, and it was something like this: grab whilst holding down the other. To grab the... how this works. See? Also, planes are different than from the first and the second game. So, I think in the second you can like rip the top off of them and they work like small mini rockets and you get to fly up with them. Again, wasn't implemented in this game, which, like, I'm not saying it should be. It probably would be better without, but yeah, I'm just confused. So yeah. The process this game went through is just so fascinating to me, right? Yeah. What other games can you do this, right? Like... And what's really weird is I don't think I want another game like this. I think I want games to take lessons from it. Oh God. Well, see, so that thing breaks if you hit something, and I hit a thing with my leaf. Okay, so here, pull back, grab. Oh boy. So again, this is not what I refer to as skydiving. Because this is not pure skydiving. Because I'm actually not enjoying the view. I'm trying not to fall down. Huh. Watching live, I need to fix some things. So, hello and welcome to the continuation of Wednesday Wonders, where we were tragically cut off last Wednesday because internet problems. So, hopefully those two parts will be edited together and be up on my YouTube video sometime tomorrow. So, let's continue where we left off. And in the recording, I guess you will get to see me being like, oh shit, about things getting fucked up. So, I'm actually not sure when the internet cut off. So, let's get ourselves a flower and try to figure it out ourselves. So, we had just reached this teleporter, and now we got to get down to our friend here so we can get some sprouts growing. Why? See, that's not fair. What? In the world. Okay, the moment I get to a stable place, I think I'm gonna switch to my mouse instead of my trackball. Let's aim high, I guess. Shoot for the literal stars. So I am absolutely not sure where we left off Wednesday. But the primary thing I wanted to talk about was how this game uses scale. Especially for this is the second ability you get in the game after you learn to jump. Right. The ability to just pull the camera out and enjoy the view, right? So some thought must have got into this, right? Okay. So. Okay. There's an island over there and there's a sprout over there. Let's make this jump. I also really like how they have now added clouds while we're up here. Yeah, we won't make it in this one, but then we'll just get another sprout and stick it in with that. Also, if you want to do incredibly fun stuff, you can start the growth of one of these and just let go. And I think it'll grow just as far, but you won't get to control it at all, which is quite fun. Let's just have a look where the closest sprout is over there. Good. Oh, this walk cycle is so scary. Let's see if we can make like a cool spiral thing. Like, we're controlling this, why not at least make it cool? Okay, now. Where's this crystal? Okay, so let's grab one of these flowers and try to get to the top of this. It wouldn't surprise me if it's up here. Yeah, this is a lot more comfortable with a mouse. See, this is why I have both a mouse and a trackball at my computer. See, I would almost argue getting one of these leaves is a lot better than getting a crystal. Hey Shield, how you doing? Say hi to Bot. Also Slendy, yeah, he's recently gotten glasses. I felt like it fit him. Okay, so where in the world is that crystal? Okay, we can go up there. I am doing wonderful. Oh, god damn it, we lost our leaf. I am doing great. I had a great morning so far, and I'm about to finish up this game for my Wednesday Wonders thing I'm doing, where I talk about games as art. It's quite great. But yeah, it's snowing outside in the same way it's in this game, and I'm just having a great time with this, actually. Like, that's one of the games, like one of the things this game is really good at, is just being, like, serene as hell. Okay. I want my leaf back, and I'm not sure I can make this jump. Come on, here we go. Yes, yes. Got there. Yeah. This game is like pretty... Like saying it is small is weird to say. It was made by a small like studio in Ubisoft as a tech demo. And they released it like internally. And everyone loved it, so they released it as a game. I stumbled upon it when they revealed the second one of these games that I'm playing next week at E3. And I kind of fell in love. It's using one of my favorite like techniques of animation, procedural animation, to like have this silly character and this enormous world, and it's different, and I guess that's why I really like it. Also, Shield, you are going to enjoy when you get when you get to see your first piece of dialogue with Mom. Mom is our boss. That's an AI and helping us with this mission. And she is just the most delightful character. Are we ready to die? So, I don't think I'm going to have to explain this. Oh yeah, that thing does look surprisingly like something you would see in a low-budget anime. But yeah. Just casually. Did he get the sheep? He got the sheep. Aww. That's sad. Okay. So, according to the sound, there's another crystal somewhere. Oh. I was just about to step on a thing that would kill me. Okay, down there. Good. Yep. Yeah, this is what happens when you complete all the achievements. You just get to grow an enormous plant. Like, what's really funny is that the stories are basically the same. The world is fucked, and you are controlling this AI that's supposed to save the world. I love Mom's comment. You are doing very well, bud. Well done. Let's zoom in. And yeah. We got this. Okay, fuck it, let's jump. Okay. Let's try and land this down here. Yeah. Binding of Isaac is a special game. That has made me feel very many weird and different feelings. Okay, so we have to go over there. Oh yeah, also, that's our way down if we fall. I thought you wanted to see that. Yeah. Got the... Yes, we got that. What? Climbed over 10 kilometers on any surface. So, I have, like, completed this game thrice before. I really like it. That does not mean I'm good at it, though. Yeah. Oh. And go! Like, I really love the view of this game, and I think I started the stream out Wednesday by saying my favorite thing to do in this game is just jumping out from the top when you're done. It is so much fun, and just like fast trekking through the world, seeing like how you made this plant grow. It's so much fun, and it's incredibly pretty. Yes. Okay, we got this. And go. Hey. Okay. So, where do we go next? Over there? So now the question is if it's easier to start a new sprout, or... I think we can like continue with one of these guys. Okay, and let's be careful when we jump here. Oh. And we're going. Got there. Okay, there's one over there. And grab. Okay, let's just jam it in right from the top. Hey-oh. Oops. So we are going to that spaceship up there. That's our finish line. Which, if I gotta be honest, feels weird. And I'm not particularly happy about it. Okay. God damn it. We can do this. This is not impossible. See, I love Mom's comments. You're doing very well, bud. Well done. That's just the best response to you dying I can imagine. Let's get up to the top of this thing and see if that helps. Going to the... other islands. Oh, whoops. And, right, yeah. We can do this, Jacob. Yes. We're gonna get there. Oh, they don't, like the spikes don't deal me damage. They just push you. The only thing that dealt you damage in there was the, chompy thing. The others just pushed you around. Come on, yeah, yes, perfect. And the noises of the tree just moving in the wind is just great. Yep. Where's our next goal? Okay, so there's one up there. Let's move forward to him then. Oh, I think you're in for a treat when you see how this game handles not having that much gravity. It's a joy. Let's just say it that way. I am not sure what you mean by Nern. But it is quite... Oh, shite! Whoops! I should not have let go there. Yes! Got there. Yes! Yes! That... I would actually agree with you, yeah. Like, this top is very Mario Galaxy. You are still very much within, like, the Earth's gravity, but... like, this part, you definitely feel, very floaty. And also now I just want to play Mario Galaxy again. I should actually play that on, like, this talk about games as art stream thing. Because that game does some really great things. Now I just have to figure out whether to, like, emulate a Wii or... Oh! Yep! That's not good. Okay, so we do not have a flower anymore. Can we get over here? Can we get over here? Yes! So as you might have noticed, this game is very tense sometimes. The best decision might actually be to go down and, like, get a new flower, but that's just so far. Let's... If I remember correctly, there's a teleporter up at that island. So let's go there. And let's do it fast. Here we go! These jumps are so good! Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Yes! Okay, so if you push back with your jetpack at the right time, you can get these very clutch saves. Okay, so... let's go down here to this teleporter. And let's not hit the water because then we die. I think... Okay, so... Yes... I have spent a lot of time practicing how to not die during those falls. As I said, my favorite thing to do in this game is just jump and then try not to die. But particularly landing at the bottom. It's fun. Okay. Okay, and let's get over to you. Okay. I am, like, legitimately not sure how I haven't died, like, another time yet. But, I should probably have waited for my jetpack to recharge, but, yeah, I completely agree. Like, this game is one of the games that I've just been like, I want to play with my friends. Especially the second of these games have a very much larger world that is way more open. And I would just... I think it would be incredibly fun to grow these kind of trees with your friends. And just, like, scramble about. And sadly, that is not a possibility. And yes. Okay, yeah. Let's go up here. Oh, I can see our spaceship. I am so happy. So, like, the primary goal of this game is to get this plant to bloom and then take one of its seeds from the top and, like, place that in that spaceship up there. So that, like, we can go home and plant one of these trees on Earth so we can, like, make Earth into a planet again. Yep, there's a teleporter right over there. Got it. Yes. Good. So. Yeah. This is the timeline where we say, you know what? Let's let Earth get fucked up and try and save it after, like, those people dies. Good. Now we need to grow a thing over there. I can see you, Mom. I'm coming. Okay, yep. Perfect. Exactly as planned. Oh, not exactly as planned. I should remember to let my jetpack regen. But yeah, we are basically at the end of this game. And I think when we finish this, I'm going to, like, do those secondary objectives, like complete or data scan things and do other, like collectibles. Because they are the only real other things you can do in this game. Okay, let's go in front of this. I want to see how this works. Oh. But the primary reason I want to do that is because then we get to, like, wrestle sheep, and that's just hilarious. Like, it's not a metric that I measure games on, like, a lot of the time, but I feel like this game has some of the best representations of sheep. And I think that is really commendable. And, you know, that's what really got my girlfriend into this game, that the sheep were just beautiful. Yeah, they are collectibles. So, at the end, there is a, like, I think there's 11 seeds at the top of this plant. So you'll see now, right? The plant finishes growing. And it sprouts. So you see all these seeds. So we take one of those and put them in the spaceship. The rest of them fall away and are hidden somewhere in this map. At, like, predetermined places. The other collectibles in this game is this data bank that describes all the items, like all the... Not all the plants and animals, but most of them. And if you pick them up and put them in the teleporter, you will analyze it, and then you will, from that analysis, get some more information about it. And when you have done that, you will get skins the more you do. Yup. Okay. So, this skin, I think, is the one you get for collecting all the plants. No, I think this is the one you get for scanning all the animals. I think, yeah, this is the one you get for scanning all the things. And there are other skins, and they are delightful. Yeah, I think this is one you get for doing a lot of skydiving. I kinda like ninja. Let's go with native. Native is cool. So... let's get to the top and finish this game. So, I have fallen down from here multiple times. But only when I'm like finishing this game. Oh yeah, Bud has some great costumes. Yes, and come on, did I really do that again? You gotta be kidding me. This world isn't just. But yeah, like at its base, this is an Ubisoft game, right? And that's actually one of the things I want to talk about. Oh boy, about with the second game, they went fucking overboard with collectibles. And you know, that's fair, and some really love it. It felt real weird to me. I'm gonna go down and get... Yeah, okay, we are going to go get a plant. And then we're gonna teleport back up here and climb our way to the top. Good. No. Yeah, what? Haha! No one can stop us now. Now we're back up here. Good. So, you know what? Another one of this game's strengths is that these shoots are still active, even though it is like fully grown. So, you can keep doing this, which is wonderful. Come on, let's get up, So, I am not just really bad at this game. The controls are very simple, but it very actively works against what you're trying to do. Okay. Got there. I have a bug report. Okay, and we're out. Good. So, we get to take one of these. Let's just keep that in our left hand. Oh no! I am not sure what happens in this game now. Huh. Well, let's try and see if we can land this. Fucking got there. Oh, oh, thank God. Good. Now we just have to get into the spaceship. Oh my God. Some days life is tough. Some days you decide to jump off a space plant 2 kilometers up in the air. Just, you know, for fun. Actually, if this is only like 2 kilometers in the air, I've been like higher than this. That's kind of weird. like... Okay, I'm gonna brush it off in that it's a different planet. Because there's... As I will gladly tell you, there's very much gravity at like 2 kilometers up in the air. And grabbed. Delightful. Oh no, oh no, oh no. That was a bad mistake. Okay, so... Having a clear goal is important. Oh no. Okay. You know what? We had a winning strategy before. Let's try and repeat it. Aww. That's very sad. A bit. But I personally very much enjoy it, so... Like, sometimes this game is very frustrating, but... At least for me, it has won enough points to be able to be that. Especially because a lot of what I do, I realize is, oh yeah, that's my mistake. Especially because a lot of the times I've fallen, it's because I just jumped and not waited for my jetpack to recharge. And I haven't like even recovered enough, what's it called? Crystals to even like upgrade the jetpack a bit. So most of this is my fault. I am practically speedrunning this game. Oh god, I forgot I didn't have the flower. Yeah. And let's get back around. And got down. And we're up here. This is okay. I swear to god, he just goes shillelagh. And that's weird to me. But also a D&D spell. And jump! Okay. We're getting there. Whoop! Mom, I am coming. That's honestly the first time in life I've said that sentence, and I'm not saying it again. We can do this. Got there. Oh yeah, okay. Now we get to open this teleporter, so we can TP up here. This is so goddamn cute. Okay, that's a bit. It's so cute. This game is so good. this is one of my favorite like credit sequences because I made this. Like, it's so great. Look at this beautiful fucking mess I made. So, we need more. About 8 more. So, this game is so delightful. So, that's our goal now. That and filling the data bank. But my favorite part of this game. Just look at how fucking pretty this is. And this is where we started. Okay, good. So, I am back here for multiple reasons. Primarily collectibles. Oh, you mean the Wilhelm scream? Ah! That's the best I could do. Okay, so fun story. I have on one of my computers a project for a techno song that wasn't good at all. But it had a positive side. It used the Wilhelm scream at the drop thing. So it had a... Oh my... I'm not doing this again. So it had a build up and a mid conclusion. But then the Wilhelm scream hit and it was just beautiful. Let's goddamn fucking collect all this shit, boy. Thank you, Shield. I do my best. Huh? Okay. Yes. We basically got there. I swear to God, this is different from like playthrough to playthrough. Because I remember like it as it was inside this cactus. I might be entirely wrong, but yeah. I am our best. Come here. Come here, my boy. Woo! Okay, so I mentioned Wednesday that every island has like a cave with that's just kind of a secret. And I think I have found all of them like previously. And if I remember correctly, it's about over here. Yeah, so robots don't like water. So let's not fall down the water again. Yeah, okay. Cave is over here. Mom is so great. See, I think they love water, but they realize that it kills them. And I think it's the same about like people loving things that kills them. Like, I have an enormous fascination with weapons. God damn it! That was a stupid place to lose my leaf. Whoop! Haha! And I think we've cleaned house. Okay, now let's try to get back without dying. Not that dying means anything, but I just don't want to die. Okay, favorite part of this game. Come here, boy. Come here. Oh, whoops. Come here, boys. I'm gonna get you. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Oh, come here, come here. Oh, come here, boy. Ooh, oh, you smart boy. But I got you. Haha. Come here. Come here, my boy. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here. Get in the teleporter, you sheep. So, we got our first new databank thing. I love these. Oh, you're a pretty ruminant mammal, aren't you? And you're quadruped. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I'll call you Terrence. It's not really fair to keep pets on a spaceship, otherwise we'd be taking this one home. But you'd be feeding it and cleaning up after it, especially that last bit. Mom is the best fucking character in this game. Get out of the teleporter. Come on. Oh. You get out of these rocks. I actually think this is the like correct way to scan the meep. But if you grab them with both hands, you can kind of drag it. And I think this one will be your friend. Hey boy, come on. Oh. Look at this little cute boy. Okay, well. Okay, let's take the teleporter just like up here and then go into this cave. So, in this cave, I remember there's a special animal who's a wonderful boy and incredibly hard to get scanned. I think me and my girlfriend were... We had quite a blast trying to scan this. Come! Not that, just a crystal, but... Where are you? This guy. Okay, so in this databank there are that guy. So okay, so yeah, there are these two. They are both these two dudes, and they are the greatest. So you have to grab this guy and then do the greatest thing ever. Come here, boy. What? You can't. Well, yeah, you have to skydive with him. Which, you know, feels a bit animal cruelty-ish, but they only die if you fail. Yeah. It's like a tandem jump, except you really fucked up. It's even worse. Later on, there's a golden one that's way heavier and way more tedious, and you also have to skydive with him. It's a journey. Okay, my boy. I care about you a lot. But you are coming with me. Trust me. We are going to be absolutely fine. See? That didn't hurt at all. So, it is at these moments you should probably use the wrestler skin. Nothing like a 2-kilometer body slam. Okay, so that is actually incredibly funny. Just like taking a sheep up to the spaceship and jumping out with them. It's a special kind of joy. Hello, you! Hello, you cute little quirk of divergent evolution, you. This docile and unusual flightless bird is rather endearing, isn't it? Doesn't it do anything, or does it just stand around and blink? So, if I remember correctly, if we teleport him up here. So, I very particularly remember having like other animals up there. But I do not remember how I got them there, so it's possible that I somehow, in my crazy mind, spent time dragging them up there. Which, sadly, would not surprise me. Oh, I'm a genius. The fucking animals in this game are so cute. It is so impressive. They are just the sweetest things. Oh, what's on this island? So that is one of the things you can do with the new rocket power. Use it to gain more speed while gliding. Which is quite handy. Okay, so there's at least a crystal. Oh, I see you. You little trap. Okay, yeah. Haha. Whee! So where are we going now? You know what? Over there's some islands I haven't been to yet. Oh, well, I have been to them because I've explored the entirety of this game. But not in this playthrough. And if I remember, like, at least there's a crystal over there. Worst case, like, there's gotta be like at least a crystal. Yeah, there's a crystal. Delightful. And done that. Great. See, when you like pull out the camera this much, it gets a bit tricky. So, I think when we've gotten this crystal, I'm gonna find some steady ground on my laptop over here that I'm using it to monitor chat. I will pull up a guide for where those what are they called? The seeds are, and then we're going to collect all the seeds. Okay. Yes. Oh, top of the mountain. Best place. Oh, so close, yet so far away. You know what? Just being at this teleporter is good enough. If I remember correctly, yep. That's the cactus one. So while that gets analyzed, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so what the fuck is Spot afraid of? Wow. So what was the hint I got myself? Teleporter for Big Mushroom Island. I'm not sure what it means by Big Mushroom Island, but I think also like Arc backside maybe. If I remember correctly, these are bouncy. Let's have more looks around. Okay, let's go and get this crystal and then we can have a look around from here. Let's just jump down here. He casually says while falling off a floating island. Without a care in the world. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, yep. Okay, good. Maybe in here? Nah, yeah, this is this place. Got it! Fucking... Got it, I'm so happy. Okay, let's get our ass out of here. Also, when grabbing those crystals, you don't just have to touch them, you have to like grab them and then use leverage to pull them away, which feels really weird, like saying it, but when you're doing it, it just feels so right. Like, I really can't explain it, but it just... I see it. I see you. Like, this is a kind of collectible that I really like. Okay, fuck it. Let's do this. It just has to get to any of the teleporters. And there's one right down there. Bam! That's a body slam of epic proportions. So, where's the next one? Okay. So, I'm told we get up here and you look down. Okay. So it was like there's two islands connected by floating rocks. This seat is one of those rocks. Yep, there it is. That's actually pretty great. I really like that. Holy shit. That's cool. Okay. So we just got a message from Mom as a reward for finding 50 of the crystals. Now we can better hear the crystals. So the rest will be easier to find. Again, added with the body slam technique. Bam! That's actually great. Come on, get in, get in. Oh, yeah. We're getting it. Okay. So on this island there are two. One of them is very close to the spawn at the end of one of these canyons on top of some pebbles, which, you know, I can respect that. There's also a golden bird in one of these, so yeah, there. And I'm not fucking dealing with him. He can go and do things to himself. I am no. Okay, so it's not here. You want something, huh? I am genius. This is one of these that's surprisingly hard if I remember correctly. Just simply because the tree will start like swaying. Oh no, it's getting the plant up here that's tough. But yeah, that's also... Okay. Okay, we'll get it this time. So let's take a run up and... Small steps. And we got it. And we got the star seed as well. Nah, it's too heavy to lift up. So yeah, if I grab it. Maybe, nah. Good. Because I would prefer not having to like take a teleporter again. And we got there. He says and does a thing that could prevent him from getting there. So, find river. Find spiky bushes. And it's in there. Okay, that was pretty obvious. But yeah. I'm using a guide primarily not to prevent me from fucking about. Well, so I think if you have a good grasp on these guys. Hey. Shit! Where did the seat go? Like, I didn't let go until it was, like, no longer in my hands. Did the seat just decide to fuck off? Because that would not surprise me. Okay. No, not down here. Okay, over there. Good. Oh boy! Well, if we could do it last time. So, I have done this type of thing before. It is possible, but by God is it tension-filled. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's get the second to last one. Hey. Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's down. Huh. In my head, it was with this thing. Maybe it's over there? I currently have no real idea because the guide thing I'm using is very, very vague. As it was written, like, as a commentary post from a guy. It was like, oh, if I remember correctly. Oh, I thought it was that thing. I thought it was that thing. So, that thing is still very valuable. As it is, like, this is the only place you can get this thing for the data pack. God damn it. Okay, well, down to a teleport as fast as possible. So, while I'm doing this, let's like look at this game does a whole lot with very little, right? Like, the map is quite small, except laterally, right? The only place that this map is like large is that it's incredibly tall. Which is quite unusual, right? And I think that is one of the things that makes this game great. Like, no other game does this, like, to my knowledge. Oh, there. Delightful. This is gonna be tough. Like, what I mean by small is, like, side to side. It has a very small area. As in, like, from left to right, it's not that large, right? But vertically, this game is huge. Oh, this is possible. I have done it before. But I feel like its size is not in any way a detriment to the game, right? So yeah, I feel like this. Looking at this game is some of the same things that I really liked with the Sun and Moon, where it's like there is nothing in this game that doesn't need to be here, right? And that might actually also be wrong, right? There's a lot of graphical things that it's not necessary, but the way they're implemented is quite minimal. So I feel like saying that is still correct. And I think that's part of the reason I like this game a lot. A lot more than I like the follow-up. And additionally, you get 4 mechanics in this game. You can pick things up and you can move your arms. Like, that's one, right? Then you get the jump, and then you get the 2 types of plane you can use. And that in addition with riding the sprouts are practically the only thing you can do in this game. And it really didn't need to do more. Like, this game is so simple, and I'm not sure how they managed to pull such a coherent experience out of it. We did it. All 8 are collected. Yeah, like exactly, Shield. Like simple and complicated at the same time. And like, okay. The best example of that is Sudokus, right? They are so simple. And so, like... I think this game is a really good example of simple and minimalistic level design, right? Because it first of all, like just shows you how to grow this thing, right? And then it slowly introduces you to these